Well, good morning. This morning we read Acts chapter 28, verses 1 to 16. Paul, having been delivered from the storm, and all the people on the ship with him had landed safely on Malta. And here's a little bit for the Maltese tourist board. It says in verse 2, the islanders showed us unusual kindness. And so it was an attractive place to go. People welcomed them, and they built a big fire to warm them up. Paul gathered a pile of brushwood, and as he put it on the fire, a snake, a viper, fastened itself onto his hand, and everybody saw the snake hanging from his hand. They knew what kind of snake it was and said, "Oh, he's going to die. This man must be a murderer. The goddess Justice has caught him. He's suffering for the crimes he's committed." But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. This is obviously an unusual event. This is a miracle. People had expected him to swell up or suddenly fall dead. He didn't. So why was that? Well, this then gave Paul the opportunity to preach the gospel. Normally, even if you're a Christian, if you get bitten by a deadly snake, you will die. But in this case, God delivered Paul because he gave a credibility to the message that Paul preached. And sometimes God does marvelous things in our life, not necessarily just for our benefit, but so that there is a credibility in the message that we preach. In the time that they spent there, as they wintered on this island, Paul was able to minister and to preach and to heal the sick on the island of Malta. And then off he goes to Rome, meets brothers and sisters in Rome, and is established there, ready for the last portion of the book of Acts, which we'll look at next time we come to this chapter. The Lord bless you today. Have a good day. Amen.